providing now coverage outside of our coverage area on the First Warning Tri-Cities website and YouTube, not the mainstream Facebook page and website and YouTube, because we have a tornado on the ground here. We've been doing coverage on our partner stations here, partner pages on the Campbell and Scott County, Tennessee line here, and that's what we're watching closely with this supercell thunderstorm. The National Weather Service confirming a tornado within this. Again, large hail, $half sign. Look at that hook. What a supercell here in Scott County, Tennessee. This is out of Morgan, pushing out of Morgan County. It's almost entirely in Scott County. That's got one heck of a structure with it here. Again, with the velocity, tight rotation, pushing to the south of Robbins. Probably going to push in between Robbins and Lone Mountain here. Again, this is a confirmed tornado. This is continuing to be a confirmed tornado. The tornado debris signature here continues here, and this area isn't a risk for a strong tornado. The National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center says a strong tornado can't be ruled out in this area. Not saying that's what we have on the ground, but saying that we do have a confirmed tornado right here in this zone. That's a confirmed tornado by radar. We have a product that we can look at called the correlation coefficient. It'll basically show us debris up in the atmosphere, and that's what we're seeing on this storm. So again, very nice supercell thunderstorm, severe weather coverage going to be continuing for the next little while here because of this severe storm here. And if we watch this very closely, again, this is a nice supercell thunderstorm here in Scott County, Tennessee, out here on the plateau. It is a confirmed tornado here on the plateau. We are watching it very closely here, and this could continue shifting to the east. So we are going to keep a close eye here on that. Against that base velocity image showing this rotation here. And if we get back to the correlation coefficient, I can show you where I was talking about that tornado debris signature. Is still showing up right there. Yep, and it continues to show up right there. So this is all in Scott County. So here in a moment we'll clear Morgan County, but here's this tornado debris signature in southern Scott County in Tennessee, south central Scott County. Here, honestly, it's very easily to track the potential or the confirmed tornado on our reflectivity on our rainbow because of how distinct of a supercell this is, with the hail core up here on the north, and this might be cycling again here because seeing that hail core disappear for a minute. But again, with this hook here that we're seeing here again passing Robbins, you're probably seeing some hell out of this tornado. The tornadic circulation here is staying just to the south of Robbins, fortunately, and it looks like to the north of Lone Mountain. But this is a heads up for the Norma area. I'll step off so you can see where Norma is. Norma, Tennessee, here in the path of this tornado. Right here is Norma, and right here is that rotational area. Again, this is a confirmed tornado, an observed tornado, according to the National Weather Service, that we are watching very closely. That does continue to be on the ground here with strong rotation, and the National Weather Service is saying to take cover. This is a particularly dangerous situation here, according to the National Weather Service. Let me read you this tornado warning update here as soon as it comes through the monitor. They have just upgraded this now to a considerable damage tag. The National Weather Service here doing that. Let me see. Having an issue getting the text up of this. Yeah, okay. I might be able to get it up here on the radar somewhere. Yep, here it is. All right. A tornado warning remains in effect until 6 p.m. for northern Morgan, southwestern Campbell, and central Scott counties. At 5:32 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located 8 miles southwest of Huntsville or 13 miles north of Wartburg, moving to the northeast at 30 miles an hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now, according to the National Weather Service. So again, we are watching that threat of that tornado, and yes, we now have a TDS here popping up here as a radar symbol as well. This is a confirmed, potentially extremely dangerous tornado. Very, very tight rotation here, passing south of Robbins, north of Lone Mountain, and heading straight for Norma. If you are in Norma, seek shelter now. You don't have time to wait for this storm. It is an immediate danger for you in Norma. the lowest floor, interior room, away from walls and windows, and we are going to most likely see a watch issue, a 60% chance here of a watch. Yeah, and they are saying a tornado watch will be needed across all of the area. So again, a tornado watch is incoming for our viewing area, including the Tri-Cities. But right now, I've got to focus on what is an extremely dangerous situation and a tornado on the ground. Again, this is what the Weather Service is calling a particularly dangerous situation. This is a confirmed extremely dangerous tornado. This could be a long track tornado if it continues on here. And again, this will be heading toward Norma. If you are in Norma, we want you to seek shelter with this potential situation. Again, so this will include probably East Tennessee, probably all of East Tennessee, probably some of southwestern Virginia, and we're just waiting to get a graphic on where that watch will include. Again, yeah, that rotation continues to get tighter. This is a long-lived supercell thunderstorm here that is pushing through the area right now. If you are in this area, we want you to seek shelter now. If you are in this area. Again, tornado watch will be needed for a good part of the area here soon. And will be coming out soon. Again, this is a large and extremely dangerous tornado, and it's heading right for Norma. If you are in Norma, Tennessee, we want you to seek shelter immediately. Again, Norma, Tennessee needs to seek shelter immediately. Let's push that out of the way. Right here's Norma. This is our rotation, and it's very strong. We have a tornado, a large and extremely dangerous tornado on the ground with this storm here in Norma. Again, this is a little clearer picture of it, not as messy with our en-route rotation tracker. That is pushing straight into Norma. Again, this is a extremely dangerous situation. I would expect the tornado warning to be extended. Here is my call to action. If you are traveling between Lake City and the Kentucky-Tennessee border on I-75, go ahead and pull off the interstate and find shelter. We're about to most likely have a tornado warning extension that would include that I-75 corridor. And this is a strong tornado on the ground right now, according to the National Weather Service. So as this storm moves east, we are not going to want anyone on I-75 when it moves into Campbell County. This rotation broadened out on the last run, which is good news, but it's still fairly strong here. And it, again, could be cycling as it heads off to the east here. Again, there's that rotation center pushing off, and it's pushing right into Norma. I cannot stress enough, if you are in Norma here, look at that tornado debris signature. Right here's that debris signature. If you are in Norma, safe place. Now that blue means debris is being wafted into the atmosphere. Again, we cannot stress enough how important it is right now to be seeking shelter here in this area, especially if you are in Norma. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Tornado warning, according to the National Weather Service. This has considerable damage with it, and potentially up to $half size hail with it as well. Here, let me look at that update. Yeah, the big thing though is a confirmed tornado. This is a particularly dangerous situation still, according to the National Weather Service, and it's heading for Norma. So again, Norma needs to be in that safe place right now. This is our rotation right here where the bright reds and that light green here is together, and this is pushing right into Norma here in East Tennessee. So again, if you are in Norma, Tennessee, and Scott County, Tennessee, you want to be in your safe place right now. Lowest floor, interior room, away from exterior walls and windows. Again, a large and extremely dangerous tornado here is on the ground here in that area. This, again, atmosphere has a lot of ingredients for severe weather. We're watching it as it heads into Norma. We're hoping if you're in Norma, you're hearing our calls to action for this. This is our tight circulation here in this area. Let's go to our en-route rotate. Something might be trying to go. No, I think that's just with the hail core there that we're seeing. All right. Yeah, but this has got a pretty good hook with it here. Hail on the north side of the supercell, good hook up here on the bottom of it, and it's heading for Norma. Again, if you are in Norma, Tennessee, safe place right now. I cannot stress it enough. I know it probably feels like I'm repeating myself, and I know I am. But again, Norma is the area that this is heading toward right now. This is a considerable tornado, and they have canceled Campbell and Morgan County on this. So yeah, they have kept it a PDS warning. You're about to see this modified here on my screen. It's going to be a fairly small warning here, but with a tornado on the ground, we can tell you exactly where this thing is heading. And they have kept this considerable. So let me go to radar here. Radar is about to update with that new warning, and there it is. It's just for Scott County. They're going to reissue this probably for Campbell County here soon. But until we get to that, we'll watch it closely here. And as I watch here, we do have with our system here that we have something called StormNet. It is showing us that this has the potential to continue off to the north and east. It's fairly new technology, but it's telling us that. It's also showing us that these storms across Middle Tennessee can also strengthen here. As I'm looking at that off the screen. Again, there's that rotation signature here. Oh, that just got really tight. This is a large and extremely dangerous tornado, according to the National Weather Service, and it's moving right into Norma. If you are in Norma, I don't know how much more I can stress that you need to be in your safe place now. This is a tornado on the ground pushing into Norma. This is very strong circulation in Norma here, and let me just get this over here posted on the First One Tri-Cities to alert followers there that we have this going on here, this situation going on in Tennessee here. Again, we continue to watch that strong tornado on the ground as it pushes off here to the east. We will be watching it closely. And this will be crossing I-75 in about 30 minutes. And we are watching this very closely here as it pushes off to the east. So again, this is a large, extremely dangerous tornado. Norma might be getting lucky. I don't know. I'm sure the Weather Service. And unfortunately, I have to report that we have damage. We have damage in this. Heavy damage is being reported to a funeral home in Sunbright at 5:20. This has been on the ground potentially since Sunbright. The National Weather Service is going to have to extend this into Campbell County. Right here is where this tornado is right now. It is actively on the ground in Scott County, Tennessee. And so we're about to have a new tornado warning. I would fully expect this rotation is not weakened. If anything, it is getting stronger by the minute. It did cycle for a minute, but it's probably back on the ground if it did lift while it was cycling. The new tornado warning will include I-75. I want to stress to you, if you are on I-75 between the Tennessee-Kentucky state line and Caryville, no travel right now. Get off the road and go ahead and find where you're going to stop because a tornado warning is about to be issued for that area. Well, we have no official Weather Service has not told us that yet, but with this strong circulation, there is no doubt we're going to need a continuation of probably a particularly dangerous situation, tornado warning, which is what we have on the storm right now. This is where we're watching that rotation. It's very strong right now here it's just west of I-75. Look at that. The yellow is popping up. All right, this is a new tornado warning for Campbell and Scott County until 6:30. National Weather Service in Morristown says at 5:43, a large and extremely dangerous tornado is located near Huntsville or 11 miles southeast of Oneida, moving to the northeast at 35 miles an hour. Again, a large and extremely dangerous tornado. 11 was located just south of Huntsville or near Norma, or 11 miles southeast of Oneida, moving northeast at 35 miles an hour. If you are on I-75 between Caryville and the Kentucky-Tennessee border, go ahead, get off an exit, and get to a safe place. If you are in Jacksboro, La Follette, Elk Valley, Jellicoe, Eagan, we want you to get in your safe place right now. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Tornado warning for that area here. Very strong rotation is ongoing in Scott County, Tennessee, about to push into Campbell County here as we push it off to the north and to the east. Again, here we go, pushing this cell off to the north and east. We're going to watch this very closely as it crosses I-75. It will cross near or just north of La Follette as well. If you're in La Follette in Elk Valley, you want to be in your safe place. This is one of the stronger rotation signatures I've seen in a while in this area. Again, a potential what the National Weather Service is calling an extremely large and extremely dangerous tornado. Here, confirmed one here, right here is where that rotation is. We see that little triangle. That's our radar telling us that we have strong rotation here, and it just got stronger. We continue to see very strong rotation. Again, the National Weather Service continuing this morning. We're seeing winds this very strong here up against each other, and that is where we're tracking that confirmed tornado. And again, the tornado warning goes all the way here to the Tennessee-Kentucky border and does border Claiborne County. So if you're in Claiborne County, this is an early heads up to you that we do have that tornado warning just to your west. And Claiborne County, Bell County, Kentucky, Lee County, Virginia, you probably would be the next warning after 6:30. You would definitely need to be on guard for that in those areas. Again, this area right here is where we're watching a particularly dangerous situation, tornado warning. Here, this is just to the north of Norma in Scott County, pushing off to the north and east here toward Pioneer in Campbell County. Pioneer, seek shelter now. No travel on I-75 between Caryville and Jellicoe, which is basically the Tennessee-Kentucky border. Again, no travel there. This is a large and extremely dangerous tornado, but the damage threat considerable, and damage has been reported with this storm. Not only is this radar confirmed, but damage has been reported with this storm as it pushes off to the north and east. And I don't know what we're waiting on watch-wise, but we are yet to have a watch. And again, there's that storm report from Sunbright where that funeral home was damaged. I don't know if they're looking and waiting to see if other supercells develop, which is possible to see if they're waiting for that again. With this PDS, the tornado warning, it don't really matter if we have a watching effect or not. We have a tornado on the ground, and that's the main concern here, as it's about to push into Campbell County across I-75. This here in the red, that is I-75, and that is about to have a tornado cross the interstate, which is very dangerous, coming from Caryville and the Tennessee-Kentucky line. No travel on I-75. Again, with an extremely dangerous tornado. You're about to push over the Campbell-Scott County line and over Pioneer. If you are in Pioneer, we want you in your safe place right now. An extremely dangerous center of circulation is about to move into your area. And again, this is what the Weather Service is calling a confirmed tornado. Luckily, I'm not seeing a debris signature, but it's moving over a less populated area, and we still have very strong rotation. We have a history of a tornado being on the ground. I completely agree with the Weather Service going with a PDS tornado warning. Again, right here is what we're watching. This is pushing toward Pioneer, and then we'll push over I-75 to the north of Jacksboro. Jacksboro, you are not in this warning. We do have La Follette in this warning. They're continuing the tornado warning for Campbell and Scott County. They're saying at 5:48, confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado located 7 miles east of the Huntsville area, or 11 miles southeast of Oneida, is moving off to the northeast at 35 miles an hour. This is about to cross into Campbell County as we speak. Again, tornado warning, particularly dangerous situation. Tornado warning is here, about to cross the Campbell-Scott County line and push over I-75 here. And there's La Follette, and there's Elk Valley. Probably somewhere between La Follette and Elk Valley. There's that new polygon for the tornado warning here. Let's go ahead and See that here? They say it's still moving at 35 miles an hour. So there is that. We're watching that. Let's see here if I can pull up different radar software and switch us to that real quick. Let me turn this off. All right, yeah, and let's see if we can put a storm track on this. Let me switch this, and let's put a storm track. This is moving northeast at 35. So while tracking that, we're looking at Pioneer at 5:55. The time right now 5:50. Peabody at 6:17. Russell Fork at 6:19. It'll move around the La Follette area at around 6:10, probably moving just north of La Follette. Clearfield 6:32. That's it crossing into Claiborne County. Fond at 6:41. Yellow Creek 6:49. Premier 6:51. Again, there's that rotation. I would like go back to our other radar software here. The GR software, this is a little bit of a more software that we like to use during this. I mean, it's moving right over the Pioneer area, about to cross I-75 as we speak. Here's our velocity imagery showing that continued rotation here, strong rotation, going to pass probably near or just the South Pioneer and across I-75 near Pioneer, and it'll be just here, it looks like, north here where you would go to Jacksboro and La Follette. But again, between Caryville and Jellicoe, no travel on I-75. You're about to have a tornado potentially cross the interstate. And crossing I-75 is a major concern. We're about to get back into a more moving from a rural area back into a little more population. So that will be something to watch here. Watch for our correlation coefficient, because as this tornado crosses I-75, it'll be something we definitely have to watch closely. Again, we're just keeping an eye on everything. You want to pull over and seek shelter here on the not on the side of the road. You want to pull over into a convenience store here on I-75. Get off an exit, go to a convenience store, go to some kind of store, restaurant. Just go inside and wait this out. We know we're on several radio stations in that area, so we just want to make sure that you're extra aware of this threat of a potential tornado. I'm going to zoom out because I'm sure there's people listening and watching just saying, well, there's not going on where I'm at, and that might be true. This is the only storm of concern right now. We have one storm, and it's one storm that's wreaking a lot of havoc across the northern plateau and about to push it into the La Follette area of Campbell County. Again, that's a tornado warning, particularly dangerous situation, considerable tornado warning with a tornado on the ground until 6:30 for Campbell and Scott counties. This here is the Tri-Cities. This is Knoxville, Middle Tennessee. Some storms ongoing that way. We'll be watching that closely here. As storms move in from Middle Tennessee to see if they can strengthen, and again, as they move into our area, again, the new velocity scan here coming in, showing that rotation. It's very strong. It's about to cross I-75. I don't know how many, how much I can say that this is pushing over I-75, and if you're on I-75, a tornado is literally about to cross the interstate, probably right in front of you if you're on I-75 in this general stretch between Elk Valley and Caryville. We're about to have a tornado cross right over the interstate, about right in the middle of where I said, and it's probably going to pass just to the north of the city of Follette here. Again, I want to note we have damage to the south and west, but this may be a cyclone. That would be some good news. It appears that it might be, because that rotation weakened on the last scan, thankfully. But we're watching this very closely as it is crossing I-75 as we speak. This is probably got some hail in it up near Elk Valley on I-75. They're saying 1.5 inches in diameter hail is what our radar is indicating here. And again, we do have rotation within this, and it is weaker than what it was, but again, it very much could be cycling here within this storm. So some rotation within this, and maybe $half size, ping-pong ball size hail. We have the rotation here. It is weaker, but it's still rotation here as it pushes over I-75. If we look at our correlation coefficient, nothing suggesting that a tornado is on the ground on the correlation coefficient. But this storm has had a history of producing tornadoes here, and we've had radar confirmed tornadoes, confirmed damage from what appears to be what appears would have been a tornado over Wartburg. Very large hail is going to cross I-75 near Elk Valley, so that could do some damage to cars traveling along I-75. There's velocity imagery showing that rotation here, when we get this update here in about 15 seconds, that rotation will be right over I-75, pushing to the east of I-75. I track this north and east. Luckily, downtown La Follette, probably going to miss the brunt of this again here. We're about to get a new scan in on the radar. Let's wait for it to come in. It's downloading that new scan right now. And again, there is that rotation with it. Again, we're going to continue to watch this very closely. Here's that rotation along I-70, just to the west and about to cross I-75 here in East Tennessee. Large hail to the south of Elk Valley. Here, about to push over I-75 near Elk Valley. This is going to cross I-75. There's a possible tornado just to the north of La Follette here, and this will eventually make its way through Campbell County here, through Campbell County and into Claiborne County in East Tennessee. So that's something we'll have to watch closely. Again, there is the possible rotation, possible tornado. According to the Weather Service, this is still an observed tornado. So, but it might have lifted, and it might have lifted here for a few minutes. But it's probably just cycling. I don't think this thing is done. It looks very impressive still on the reflectivity, hail-wise, and with the hook echo that we do have. Again, we're just awaiting a new radar scan to come in. Again, this could drop back at any second. Very large hail moving across I-75 here as we speak. Let's see. Well, the Weather Service is saying it is a likely tornado about to cross I-75 in Campbell County, moving near Pioneer, Elk Valley. They say it will move just to the north of La Follette. Reading an update from the Weather Service Twitter. Excuse me, on this storm. So again, StormNet is pinpointing the tornado risk with this, and that it could continue on to the north and east. Again, this storm here with a large hail, maybe up to an inch to $half size, that was quarter to $half size. The rotation is still there. It's crossing I-75 as we speak, and going to cross to the north of La Follette. This rotation right now on the weaker side than what it was, but this is a storm cell we got to keep our eye on here. Because I have a feeling this cell is cycling, not done. I might be wrong, and I hope I am. I hope this thing does not drop another tornado, but that since this one is most likely lifted, the National Weather Service is calling this a likely tornado now on their Twitter instead of a confirmed tornado, which is good. That means we have no confirmation that it's on the ground at least, and it's crossing an interstate. If it's on the ground, we're about to know it. Because this rotation at least probably has a wall cloud or a funnel cloud as it crosses I-75. Y'all will give me just a moment here. I'm going to switch you over to our radar. We have a camera in La Follette. Hopefully that is working. Downtown La Follette. And it is. So let's turn on this from the Ben Rogers building camera from resortcams.com. This is a camera. This is live in La Follette here that you're seeing on your screen if you're watching us here. And this will shift every once in a while here. And it should shift back to the west where we can maybe try to look for a lowering or something like that. A train spotter, when this storm is 4 miles west-southwest of Huntsville, did confirm a tornado at 5:30 along Highway 27. So again, a train spotter did confirm this was on the ground back here 4 miles west-southwest of Huntsville. This thing's tightening back up. We got to get back on this. This thing just crossed I-75, and luckily wasn't tight when it was on I-75, but it's tightening back up potentially here as it has crossed I-75. Still broad, potentially trying to tighten back up over this area here. We have video. Again, we don't have permission to use this video, so I am not going to share this on the air, but I'll send it to our team of a tornado. Tornado. It looks like a large tornado, and Sunbright. When this thing was over Sunbright, there's a tornado from someone's backyard. A video from someone's backyard of this tornado. And again, this is what we are very much watching for. Again, this is a tornado warning here for it is Morgan, or not Morgan, sorry. If this thing's out of Scott County, they'll cancel it for Scott County now, but this is for now Campbell County, west north of La Follette. I'm hoping we can see something on the camera that I have up. I am watching it closely here. You guys can't see it right now, but I am watching the La Follette camera closely. And then it will move over Egan and Clearfield once it moves into Claiborne County. That's another 15 to 20 minutes away, though, if it still holds itself together. And that's something that we will have to watch very closely. So, again, heavy damage being reported in Sunbright here in East Tennessee, just to the west of the First Warren Tri-Cities viewing area. So, we're going to be watching this very closely, and again, I'm just checking to make sure nothing has changed with our watch situation. It has not here. So again, I'm just sitting at the desk for a minute off the green screen just to watch some of these things, make sure you're getting through everything here in the chat room. But again, watching a possible tornado to the north of La Follette, Tennessee. It will be pushing off to the northeast here at 35 miles an hour, and it will eventually push into Claiborne County, potentially northern Hancock County, southwest Lee County, and potentially southern Bell County, Kentucky, here as it continues its northeastward trek through the area. Be interested here, and again, these are the two tornado reports here that we have. We have heavy damage in Sunbright, and then a spotter reported a tornado along Highway 27 South Huntsville. And we did watch the circulation cross that highway. The hail sizes weakened on this storm, which is good news, though. And the storm not looking as good as what it once was, but it could strengthen back up, and we're going to watch it closely. It still has a tornado warning on it, so we are going to keep our eyes on it. This rotation here, though, is broad rotation here as it pushes off to the north and east. And again, this could impact parts of the area here as it continues to push to the northeast. Let me show you the La Follette camera here for just a second while I change radar sources. They are keeping this as a confirmed tornado, the Weather Service is, in their newest update. Real quick, I want to track this off to the northeast at 45 miles an hour. Or, sorry, 35. This is going to be a kind of long storm track on this. Duff at 6:16, Fincastle 6:18, Clearfield at 6:31, Speedwell at 6:35, Yellow Creek 6:47, Middlesboro around 6:54, Cumberland Gap 6:58, Vance Mills 6:58, New Tazewell at 7, Kaler at 7:14, Ewing, that's in Lee County, Virginia at 7:21, and we'll continue to watch this very closely. They are keeping this a confirmed tornado as the rotation is trying to regain itself. Let's go back to this, to our radar source here. Again, we're going to follow it one time here while I switch it back. All right, there we go. And again, this rotation here, we see the red and the greens coming together. They're saying this is still an observed considerable tornado here in East Tennessee. This is what we're watching, and I want to note the Storm Prediction Center is noting that the severe risk is ramping up in central Kentucky and middle Tennessee. So that's something we're going to watch, because in central Kentucky and middle Tennessee, if it's ramping up, then we will be watching it very closely, because those storms will move into our area. These are just supercells ahead of the line that we're watching. Then you'll have those storms moving. No warnings on those right now. Again, we do have damage pictures in Sunbright, and it looks significant. I will just say that. That definitely looks like significant damage in the Sunbright area. And that's all I'll say about it. We don't, again, have pictures of permission to post those, so I don't want to get ahead of myself on posting those, but just letting you know pictures on social media are showing significant damage in the Sunbright area. So again, and yeah, I can tell you the Weather Service in Nashville is noting that the storms in Middle Tennessee are strengthening and a tornado watch has been issued now for the viewing area here, for part of the area, I will say, until 2 a.m. Okay, so we are going to be in this for the long haul. So again, we have a new tornado watch, and I'm getting a graphic together as the reason that it is not being posted yet. And I'm messing that up. But again, a tornado watch here has been now extended into the Tri-Cities as well. So Eastern Kentucky until 8 and then till 2 a.m. for the Tri-Cities. And I do want to note that here that we do have that. So as soon as I can, I will put that on your screen. First, I do need to get it posted here over on the First Warren Tri-Cities, since this is new information that is just coming into the Weather Center. Again, a tornado watch is in the process, or is being issued. And we are now posting this here, and there that is. So this does include all of the Central and Southern Valley and parts of the Tri-Cities in Southwest Virginia at this current point. And let's go ahead and upload that here into our on-air system, and let's get that over. So new tornado watch for Wise, Lee, Scott County in Virginia, and all of our Tennessee counties with the exception of Johnson and Carter County until 2 a.m. and for Eastern Kentucky until 8 p.m. is the new watch here. So again, now let's go back to radar and track this current tornado here that is potentially on the ground here in East Tennessee. So again, we're watching it very closely here, and that is where we do have that tornado. Again, it is still broad rotation. The Weather Service still has this as a PDS tornado warning. They're saying this is their latest update. Tornado risk continues across Campbell County with this storm that has a history of producing tornadoes. Seek shelter in the path of this storm. Again, the supercell has became tornadic here very quickly. Let me read you the information from the Storm Prediction Center about this tornado watch. They're saying a few tornadoes and a couple intense tornadoes are possible. Scatter damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles an hour possible, and scattered large hail up to 1.5 inches in diameter is possible. So that is what we are watching right now. So again, we are watching this until 2 a.m. in the morning. That's a very significant development here, that we will at least have a severe weather risk here until 2 a.m. And this is something that we are watching very closely from the Storm Prediction Center. Again, a tornado watch until 2 a.m. But now we do need to go back to this. We have rotation again strengthening in the area, so we want to go back to that. Here in Campbell County, we got rotation strengthening. Right here, and that is, let's go to our velocity here and watch this here. We're trying here to go to our rotation tracker, and we're trying to do a couple things at once, make a couple maps here, and yeah, you can see that rotation starting to strengthen again here. So we are going to watch this here very, very closely. Again, tornado warning here for, I was about to say tornado watch, tornado warning in effect for Campbell County here in East Tennessee until that would be 6:30, but this could, as it moves off to the north and east, could be extended into parts of Claiborne County, Lee County, and Bell County. Bell County is Kentucky here. As we go off the next little bit. So again, we are watching this very closely here as it does track off to the north and east here. Just north of La Follette is where we are at right now with this storm here that is rotating, and we're going to continue to watch it closely. I'm going to need water to get water back here to the studio before I got on the air, so I'm going to need to go get me a bottle of water here soon. We're going to try to wait to see if this thing will weaken or something before we do it. Here over the next little bit, we'll continue this, and they have took the PDS tag off of it, but they are still saying this is an observed tornado here in Campbell County. And nothing on the correlation coefficient, but rotation does indicate that we do have strengthening rotation, so I'm perfectly fine with that here. Here as it's off to the north and west, and again, they have kind of shrunk this, took La Follette out of it, so all clear to La Follette. Doesn't include Egan and Jellicoe, though. This is a very rural part here of Campbell County as it continues to go off to the north and east. It's a confirmed tornado with ping pong ball size hail as well, and this is going to push off here to the north and east. Broad rotation is occurring within this storm here as it does push to the north and east. So we are watching it very, very closely here over the next little bit. Again, a tornado warning, though, is now in effect for the area here that you are seeing in red. That is a tornado warning. This is for Campbell County in East Tennessee here over the next little bit. And we are watching that threat very closely. And by the way, here's our tornado watch graphic with a few cities added onto it. We've now added cities onto that. Everyone can kind of see themselves. Here we did have county names on it. They were a little too dark, so we did add some cities onto the map for you to be able to see that. So again, that is posted on our social media pages. But again, here's this severe tornado warning, severe thunderstorm cable producing a tornado, or it says actually Weather Service still has this as a confirmed tornado. Elk Valley, all clear to you. La Follette, Jacksboro, and I-75, all clear to you. This is past east of 75. Again, this broad rotation here continues to broaden out, which is good news, and it continues to weaken. I don't want to let my guard down, though, on this storm, as it does continue off to the north and east. The storm could strengthen again, but the good news is that with this broad rotation occurring, that it is good news. And this is from the Storm Prediction Center. Initially, a supercell near the Tennessee-Kentucky border, the one that we're talking about now, will pose a tornado risk, while additional storms are expected to develop and intensify this evening as low-level winds do strengthen here. And they are saying a strong tornado is possible. And I think one reason they are calling this potentially, they're putting in the watch that we have a strong tornado because of the damage we have seen from this storm here, the supercell thunderstorm, here in Campbell County. Excuse me there. So we are watching that very closely. Again, we got some hail here up just south of Tennessee, Kentucky border. I'm about to say Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky border. The cell continues to move east. We'll have to see if the National Weather Service extends the tornado warning off to the east. I am unsure if they'll do so because of how it has broadened out. Don't get me wrong, the rotation is still there, but we do have the potential that it is still broad, and I believe it is broadened out still. So again, we're watching this tornado warning that is in effect here in the area. So again, that's what we're watching here for this tornado warning. We're going to see if they will extend this to the east. It's getting close to the edge of it, so they're going to have to decide soon. What they might do is they might extend this eastward as a severe thunderstorm warning, and if so, we would probably go off the air for a few minutes just to get some water, and then come back on the air over a little bit. So again, looking at Middlesboro, probably around 6:45 or so for this, between 6:45 and 7 o'clock. This will be pushing into Claiborne County within the next 10 minutes. We're at 6:15. The warning's set to expire at 6:30 in the next 5 to 10 minutes. They're going to have to make a decision on this because it'll be pushing into Claiborne County. Here, so the lightning has kind of went down within this storm as well, which would be good news. As I zoom out, I'm not seeing any severe weather alerts besides up near the Louisville area to our west, which is some good news here. So that is what we are watching here closely. Again, that is what we are watching, just that area here of the tornado warning. Looks like we have a new MUSCale discussion coming out, potentially for Son of Kentucky. And yeah, that was actually for the just to the north of our area. So again, here on the news scan, we'll look and see what velocity looks like. Yeah, it's very broad rotation. I would not expect the National Weather Service in Morristown to extend this into Claiborne County as a tornado warning. We're going to be tracking the damage from this, though. Definitely. Because we've got reports of damage at Sunbright and just the south of Huntsville. We're going to have to watch the damage here because of the tornado debris signatures and the spotter confirmed reports of tornadoes within this storm. So again, our rotation tracker is not showing much in the way of rotation on the cell here. Again, at this time, this is the warning that is in effect for the area here in Campbell County, about to push into Claiborne County. Again, broad rotation might be trying to tighten back up here. We'll wait and see here. And that's exactly what we're watching. So this is the area of rotation here, just in a very rural area to the southwest of Eagan, well to the south of Jellicoe. I'd give Jellicoe an all clear in this here, but Eagan and Clearfield probably need to be in their safe places. This pushes off to the north and east, but it's significantly weaker than what it was a while ago here as we continue to watch this storm. Again, we're going to remind you, while this storm's weak, what a watch is, what a warning is. A warning means a threat's imminent, and you need to implement your severe weather action plan. A watch means severe weather is possible over the next few hours. We do have a watch in effect now, eastern Kentucky until 8 o'clock, and for southwest Virginia, along with parts of Tennessee, East Tennessee, most of East Tennessee with the exception of Johnson and Carter County, and then the western part of southwest Virginia, that goes until 2 a.m. in the morning. So again, let's go back to radar. Here we are. The storm is about to push out of the tornado warning. So we're going to see here what the Weather Service decides to do with this. It's had a history of producing a tornado. It still has broad rotation. It is weak rotation, though, so I'm keeping an eye on it here as it pushes into the Claiborne County area and potentially southwest Lee County and southeast Bell County. It is very broad, though. The hail size is, according to radar here, down below an inch in diameter. What we're watching here, so we have these more supercells could develop. We have another cell back here that we're watching north of Livingston, Tennessee. We're watching to see if cells develop back here toward the Nashville area and back into southern Kentucky. We'll switch to the Nashville radar real quick. Might have canceled the tornado warning. Nope, it's still going. Since we're waiting for this data to download, it looks like the Nashville data does not want to download, so we'll switch back here. What we're going to watch is we're going to watch the area here down through Athens and Harriman and Wartburg and Knoxville, these areas, see if we can get storms develop. And then supercells, and then we're going to watch this area here to the west of Knoxville. That's going to be more of a line of storms that could still produce severe weather. So again, severe weather threat will last until about 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, later than what we initially thought, but that tornado watch is in effect here for this area here. So again, that is what we are watching here, a tornado in progress potentially. Let's see here, the Weather Service updating it. They are still calling this a observed tornado. 7 miles north of La Follette, moving to the northeast at 35. This will track into northern Claiborne, southwest Lee, and southeast Bell. This goes until 6:30, and we're going to wait to see here if they extend this to the north and east. So Bell County, that would be up to the National Weather Service in Jackson, Kentucky. Lee, Hancock, and Claiborne County would be up to the National Weather Service in Morristown, which has been issuing warnings on this storm already. Know the history of the storm a little better than probably many. So, but again, the main threat here would look like maybe some gusty winds up to 50 miles an hour, maybe some small hail. The National Weather Service says that this is still a firm tornado. Let's see how this is observed according to them. Yeah, so at 6:19, we're saying this is a public confirmed tornado. Okay, so maybe they have someone has eyes on this because they're saying this is a public confirmed tornado in Campbell County, about to say Claiborne County, but again, it is about to push into Claiborne County. We'll watch and see if this here gets extended. I mean, if it's a confirmed tornado, I would expect if they're going to do that fairly soon, if they're going to do it, yeah, this might be trying to tighten back up maybe just a little bit here, and it would push south of Clearfield into a rural part here of Claiborne County. Watch and see here if they extend this tornado warning. I'm going to be very interested to see if they do so. It's a close call on if they want to do that or not. That is what we are watching for very closely to see if they are going to extend this warning. They've not told us if they are yet. As soon as we know, you'll know. They've also not posted. They've been doing very well keeping Twitter updates tonight. And they have not said if they're going to do that, nor is the National Weather Service and Jackson, there on that, commented on that. But that is what we're watching. Again, at Bell County or Lee County, and a new tornado warning for Campbell and Claiborne until 7:15. So this is a radar indicated tornado 7 miles south of Wilkerson, 10 miles northeast of La Follette, moving to the northeast at 30 miles an hour. Radar indicated tornado here riding the Tennessee-Kentucky border. Here, as it does, again, moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. So they did extend that there a little bit. And let's make sure I spell Claiborne County right in the social media post here. And this goes until 7:15 here this evening. So just want you to know this here as we are making a post here real quick on First One Tri-Cities. just west of the first warning Tri-Cities viewing area, so we'll just stay on the areas that we are on right now, and then keep you updated here as we go through the next little bit. So again, if the warning gets extended in the first warning Tri-Cities coverage area, we will have to kind of go to that switch here and add a few more platforms to our coverage, and we'll have to pause for just a second. But as of right now, we're just staying going with it here. And this here is a possible tornado to the south of the Tennessee-Kentucky border here near Egan. You're near Egan and Clearfield. Kind of what I'm watching here is this area. This is the only area here right near, crossing Campbell-Claiborne County line near Egan that would concern me. This little southern area here is fully dissipated. A rotation tracker not showing much in the way here for rotation, but they are going to issue that tornado warning. We're going to watch this one that's back toward Jamestown. Not much in the way, or not in the radar area for this, not much in the way of rotation right now. We'll watch it. We'll watch storms back in southern middle Tennessee, southeast Tennessee. If supercells are to develop there, those will be the ones we got to keep an eye on for the highest tornado potential. Storms coming out of middle Tennessee and southeast Tennessee. Here are the ones that we have to keep our eye on. And we have this rotation here near Egan and Clearfield, pushing off to the northeast. This more suggests an eastward track, but again, the Weather Service cannot issue a tornado warning for Bell County. They can issue one for Lee County, Hancock County, Claiborne County, Campbell County. The Weather Service in Morristown cannot do Bell County, Kentucky. That's up to the National Weather Service in Jackson. They are yet to indicate to us if they will issue one for Southern Bell, as this is going to be pretty close to the state line, and it keeps pushing northeast. It's going to cross the line probably by a hair into Bell County, so they're probably going to have to, if they at least issue a severe thunderstorm warning for Bell County. Again, most of the severe thunderstorm activity will be after 7, 8 p.m. probably, but it is this one little lone supercell that we have been tracking now for almost an hour that has really had us concerned. And I don't think this tornado warning goes 7:15. This is shifting off north and east, and it's most of the risk here. Here is the tornado risk. Tornadoes or possible tornadic circulation is near Clearfield. National Weather Service in Morristown says the storm has weakened, but a tornado risk continues for the Clearfield area of Claiborne County. The rotating storm may re-strengthen rapidly in an environment that is favorable for tornadoes. Seek shelter immediately here, according to the Weather Service, and they've issued a tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning for our radio partners. For Bell County, for our radio partners here for 30 seconds. We are most likely going to hear not a lot going on here in the next 30 seconds while we join in on first one Tri-Cities here. We actually are going to wait to do that. We're not going to go on first one Tri-Cities just yet. We're going to wait. Just this rotation is not super strong. It might be trying to develop back though. So if this gets upgraded to a tornado warning for Bell County, we definitely will. And we'll see how long the warning for southeast Kentucky goes until 7 p.m. So again, that does go until 7. And again, we're just going to post that there for that and for our friends over on First Warren Tri-Cities. Again, this is not looking too terribly strong rotation-wise right now. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if the Weather Service here in Morristown dropped the tornado warning. I mean, this is just not looking super strong here. Excuse me there. But I might be wrong. So we'll just watch it closely to see if anything here can develop here. Again, there's a little rotation here in southwest Bell County, Kentucky. But besides that, there's not much. You know, maybe it's a little bit over here near Egan. But that's the only areas we're watching besides a cell to the northwest of Jamestown, Tennessee. But that would be a little bit before it got here. It would have to get into Scott County, so it'd have to cross through northern Fentress County first. And we'll watch it, though, for that. But the lightning has really decreased in this cell that's got the tornado warning for Campbell and Claiborne, which is good news. Not be shocked if the National Weather Service cancels this tornado warning soon for Campbell and Claiborne. Well, we're watching it. Again, I would not be shocked, though, if it does get canceled. Here very shortly. It's right any rotation. Be right over the Tennessee-Kentucky border, pushing into Bell County, Kentucky, toward Fond, Middlesboro, and Colmar. That would be where any rotation would be at this current point. But we're watching it just in case here. A warning would be needed here over the next little bit on that. Again, right now, if a warning would be needed, I think a tornado warning for southeast Kentucky would be for this area on the state line near Fond. This storm is about to cross the state line. It will push into Bell County, Kentucky. The tornado risk for Campbell and Claiborne County for now, for this cell, is coming to an end. We're watching this storm very closely to the northwest of Jamestown, pushing into Fentress County as we speak. And they have updated the tornado warning and saying a severe thunderstorm Campbell and Claiborne, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado near Wilkerson for 13 miles west of Middlesboro, moving to the northeast at 35 miles an hour. That is exactly what we're watching right here. It's a very small part. It's for this area here that's pushing over the state line right now. The area has basically pushed over the state line into Kentucky. Therefore, almost all this storm has, we're probably going to discontinue coverage for now. There will be a live stream coverage on First Warren Tri-Cities and with the radio partners if a tornado warning is issued for Kentucky. As of right now, the National Weather Service in Jackson wants to go with a severe thunderstorm warning as the rotation has weakened. Again, the storm does have a history of producing tornadoes, so we want to watch it closely. Again, the storm is weakened for now over Fond and Middlesboro, over Fond, Kentucky, pushing into Middlesboro. We will watch it closely again for Bell County and southeast Kentucky. The tornado risk is pushing out of Campbell and Claiborne County. Again, technically a tornado warning in effect until 7:15, but the storm has crossed over the Tennessee-Kentucky border into Bell County. We'll continue to have updates as need be, but for now, live from the First Warren Tri-City Severe Weather Center, an alert to our radio partners. We are going off the air. We've been on the air for about an hour and a half here. Timing earlier wrong. Been on the air for about an hour and a half. We are going to go off the air. Want to remind our viewers that a tornado watch is in effect for all of East Tennessee, with the exception of Carter and Johnson counties until 2 a.m. This also includes Wise, Scott, and Lee counties in southwest Virginia. Tornado watch for East Kentucky until 8 o'clock. We'll keep it here for continuing coverage. We'll have more coverage as need be from the First Warn Tri-Cities Severe Weather Center. I am First Warn Tri-Cities Chief Forecaster Skylar Doyle. Have a great evening.